Dead jockey wins race. On June 4th, 1923, Belmont Park Racetrack in New York hosted a steeplechase event that would enter history for the most unusual reason imaginable. Among the riders was Frank Hayes, a 22-year-old stableman who worked at the track. Hayes had spent years caring for horses but had minimal experience as a jockey. He had ridden in one prior race at Havre de Grace without success, making this only his second professional race. He was assigned to ride a horse named Sweet Kiss, a long shot with 20-to-1 odds. Few people expected the pair to finish anywhere near the front. Hayes had been forced to undergo extreme weight loss to meet racing requirements, dropping from 142 pounds to 130 pounds in the days before the race. In the final 24 hours, he lost nearly 10 pounds through intense exercise, denying himself water and food. The race began and Hayes guided Sweet Kiss over the jumps and around the course. The horse ran steadily, keeping pace with more experienced competitors. Toward the end of the race, Hayes suffered a massive heart attack. His body went limp. He slumped forward over the horse's neck. Observers later reported seeing him weakly tugging at the bridle as he struggled. Some spectators thought he was whispering to the horse. Somehow, his lifeless body did not fall from the saddle. Sweet Kiss continued running. The horse navigated the remaining jumps and turns with Hayes draped across his neck. Sweet Kiss pushed forward and crossed the finish line in first place, winning by a head. The horse cantered an additional 100 yards past the finish line before coming to a stop. Hayes slipped slowly over his mount's side, fell face downward, and lay still. The owner approached. Track physician Dr. John A. Voorhees rushed to the scene and examined Hayes. He had no pulse. He was already gone. Frank Hayes had won his first and only race as a jockey while dead. The extreme weight loss and excitement of the race likely contributed to the fatal heart attack. His body had simply stayed in position through momentum and the way he had fallen forward. Sweet Kiss never raced again after that day. Hayes remains the only jockey in history to win a race after dying. Smile then sudden death. On January 25, 2004, Portuguese club Benfica faced Vitória de Guimarães in a league match at Estádio de Afonso Henriques. The game was being broadcast live on television. Miklos Feher was a 24-year-old Hungarian striker playing for Benfica. He had been performing well that season and was considered a promising young talent. Benfica were leading 1-0. Feher had come on as a substitute and assisted Fernando Aguiar, another substitute, for the match's only goal. In injury time, during a throw-in for Guimarães, Feher got in the way to waste time and prevent the opponent from taking the throw. The referee spotted him wasting time and issued him a yellow card. Feher responded with a smile and ran his hand through his hair, seemingly unbothered by the decision. The crowd barely noticed. Seconds later, his expression changed. He bent forward, seemingly in discomfort. Then he collapsed backward onto the grass. His body hit the ground hard. Players from both teams immediately recognized something was terribly wrong. They rushed toward him, waving frantically for medical assistance. Team doctors sprinted onto the field with emergency equipment. They worked desperately to restart Feher's heart, performing chest compressions and cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Reports indicated that emergency medical personnel managed to revive Feher on the field using a defibrillator, though his heart stopped again. Players from both Benfica and Guimarães stood nearby. Some Benfica players knelt to pray while others were crying. The match was abandoned. However, in the stands, many spectators